Okay, another tip that I want to show that I kind of talked about in class, but again, I know I kind of overloaded you with information, is how to move multiple shapes all at once, because maybe you don't want to keep zooming out and like dragging these all over at once, and you just want to, or another time that I use this is like if I'm doing highlights that are all kind of the same color, then I can kind of work on those and change those all at the same time. So I'm going a little quicker and a little rougher than I usually would if I was actually creating it. But there are a couple different ways to do it. If I just want to select those three because they're a little bit different than the eye, on my keyboard I hold Shift and I click on them. And so that selects them all in a group, but I have to be holding Shift down. So then I could take out the black outliner on them and I could add in one of these colors. And then when I have multiple shapes selected, I always use the arrow keys because I just find it a lot easier. Sometimes I accidentally grab like when I try to move it, I accidentally move one shape out of it if I use my mouse. So I just use the arrow keys. But if I already selected those colors and say I wanted to move all of these at once, and if there's a lot of tiny ones that are hard to get, then another way you can, the eyes look so funny like that. Another way you can select multiple is I have my select key arrow chosen, and then somewhere in the background, I'm going to click, and then I'm going to drag. So I get all those shapes. So now if you look, oh no, it's moving my picture. So it selects everything in that drag selection, including your picture. So what you have to do is hold Shift on your keyboard and click the picture, because then it unselects the picture. And now I just have my objects. But obviously I have more done than those ones that I just outlined. So I'm actually going to go ahead and delete those. I guess one other thing really quick. If I wanted those all to stay together and not move around later, and I worked really hard to get like all the colors right and everything, another thing you could also do is to group them. So now if I chose that, it's going to get the whole entire selection. And then I could more easily kind of move it, like I said, if they're the same color, or if they're like an area that you worked on to get all exactly lined up and you don't want to have to move little pieces, that can be helpful. And then if I didn't want that, I could just go back and ungroup it, and then I can click individual pieces at once. But I'm going to go ahead and delete those because I think it was those ones. Maybe now I do need to go and add some back in, but those are some more tips for you.